If you have a problem with swallowing your truth, or not even maybe even knowing what you think or feel because you're outsourcing yourself to an ideology, a belief system, or a partner or family or friends, if you find yourself like, am I just a bot? I mean, if you actually get to the self-awareness where you can think that, something that'll help you get out of that and know what you actually think and feel because you're in a habit of revealing it is either making a video like this of different topics that interest you, and actually as you speak you're going to realize what you really think and feel. Now at first you may be just regurgitating slogans and regurgitating the typical cultural beliefs or regurgitating people you admire, but eventually your own soul, your own true beliefs are going to shine through. And I used video as an example, but actually this process really plays out even more so in writing, in free writing, because when you free write, actually, you start off kind of in a conscious way. You know, you're thinking, blah, blah, blah. You might be regurgitating, same thing I just explained. But your subconscious eventually takes over, and then it's just all you, your soul brimming over, pouring out on the page. And so that's what I recommend is the main way to get out of kind of, if you feel like you're swallowing your truth, make a practice of either verbally saying what you think in a video or writing, free writing on a daily basis to get a sense of what do I really think, what do I really feel. And especially with writing, you can do this in many ways. You can do it as the free write, that's just kind of journal, free for all, or writing as a character actually does get you more in touch with what you think. But it also, if you kind of have a problem knowing or feeling safe to communicate what you think, writing in a point of view of a character, whether that's somebody else, whether that's you could make it somebody that's completely appearingly your opposite, that actually gets you in touch with at least just self-expression or creative expression, which just frees you up. So even if it sounds weird, but even if you're writing as a character, like you know how people will say, I actually could become more myself when I put on a mask. Like a lot of people, when they're acting, it's because they're actually just trying to find themselves and who they really are by playing characters. It's the same as writing in a perspective or point of view of somebody that you may not think is you, but actually everything is you. All characters are you. Getting acquainted with just this internal world gets you to stop swallowing your truth, because you start to be acquainted with the validity of what you think and feel. And you know, when you start seeing yourself as somebody that is well expressed in writing or speaking, then you're going to feel more comfortable sharing your truth with others, because you're going to have the practice of doing it without interruption. And so when you do bring it to someone, you're going to have put in those 10,000 hours of mastery, of practice, that help you be less afraid of it, right? And so that's why making these YouTube videos for me has really helped me. And it's not even about they're for my younger self, but they're also for my current self, because they're helping me feel like, here I am, here's my voice, what do I think and feel, and in the process of doing that, I get more confident in just knowing what I think, and instead of kind of repeating what people say, and instead of repeating culture or repeating beliefs or repeating things that I just heard over and over, I'm starting to get acquainted with, what do I really think though? Yeah, there's this slogan, there's this kind of platitude in my head, but when I'm actually processing out loud, something really interesting happens where I'm just getting more acquainted with what I think as I say it. And I've always had this with writing too, because at first when you do a free write, like I say, you start one way, but eventually your soul just can't help but come out. If you're honest, if you're meaning for it to come out. Like sometimes there's such a resistance to being seen that it may not come out for a while, so you have to kind of write with the safe mask of a character to start to get reacquainted. And same with a video. Maybe you start off with saying safe things, like maybe safe universal truths that no one will get mad at you, you know. And then you'll just get more comfort, and it really does get you confident in, hey, my truth matters. What I think and feel is important, and I'm important, and I don't have to outsource my thinking to an authority, to a person I'm in a relationship with, to any matter of friends that I want to keep a connection with, to a family I want to keep a connection with. It's just, it's a great practice for getting past that swallowing your truth. And I hope this helped you.